What's going on, everybody? This is the final day of Wild Eye Week, and I thought what better way than to send us out than with a Todd Sheets film. Now, Todd Sheets is synonymous with the Wild Eye, and he needs no introduction in the underground horror community. This also stars a very special lady named Dylan Fawn Harvey, who I am unworthy to call friend. She plays Enid in the Crawler segment, and she plays the zombie hoe in the It Hits the Fan segment. This is 4 tales of horror designed to rob you of your peaceful slumber. We have 2016's Sleepless Nights. Now guys, I'm going to give you some overall pros and cons, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the segments. Now, it says that it's 4 segments. In reality, there's 4 segments, a wraparound, and then kind of a half segment. The first thing I noticed is there's a great Halloween tribute in this film. Playing on the radio in the wraparound segment, where 2 girls are carving a pumpkin, one's babysitting the other, there's a radio program on, and the news bulletin breaks that someone escapes from Smith Grove Sanitarium. And I thought that was just a really awesome Halloween tribute. Now, I'm not going to talk about it any farther than that because it would give things away in the movie. I really enjoyed the opening credits sequence. I thought it was really well done, and it gave the movie a very cool and spooky tone right from the outset. The gore is on point, as per usual for a Todd Sheets film. Per usual. That's a funny way of saying it. Todd Sheets' gore is always on point, and even when he works with other filmmakers, their gore always seems to be really, really good. I really did enjoy the music throughout the anthology. Now, a lot of times music in anthologies is hit or miss because each one gets its own music at times. This one seemed like it was done by the same people, and they all did it to where it worked cohesively. And I thought it was all really good tunes. Now, the first segment is called House of the Profane. And I just want to say I love the Skullface character. I love the way he looks, especially when they do the close-ups on the face. I think it's just really fucking awesome. It's about a haunted house that basically turns people somewhat, I guess, into zombies, and then, you know, they end up attacking their loved ones and so on and so forth. But there is haunted spirits. Skullface is one of them, and it just has an effect on people, and it's pretty cool because it was just done really well. The makeup looks good, and the gore, as I said, is on point. Now, all of these segments are stories that the little girl is telling her babysitter, and her babysitter's getting all scared, where the little girl thinks it's great. The next segment I want to talk about is Divine Ritual, which is kind of a comedy horror segment where there's a little girl who's possessed, kind of like, you know, The Exorcist, and they try every kind of exorcism and religious person. They do everything. I believe there's even a satanic satanic minister or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they're called, but like a priest of the Church of Satan that comes along to try to rid the demons out of this girl. They do everything. Christians, Catholics, voodoo, Buddhist, Hare Krishna, everything. They do everything they can to get rid of this thing, and it's just so funny. And none of it works until a very special guy from a very special profession comes along. And I don't want to give it away because it would just, you know, ruin it. In Love Me to Pieces, now I heard some people talk shit about this segment because they're saying, oh, once again, typical white guy, he's a pervert and he's trying to rape fucking women, showing all white people and white males as pervert. Whatever, who gives a fuck? It's a horror movie. That's the way these things go. This is basically a rape revenge, even though there's no rape yet. It's like we talked about in another movie. It's kind of a pre-rape revenge, situation where this girl knows what this guy's been doing to chicks, and she turns the tables on him, drugs him, and fucks him up. And you ask me, the perv got what he fucking deserved. It Hits the Fan. Maybe my favorite of the segments. It's kind of a 70s blaxploitation meets zombies, and I fucking love it. And Dylan Fawn Harvey has the best zombie walk. She's called the Zombie Hoe, which, by the way, her husband hates that title, but she does such a good job, and it's just so funny. And I can't believe this was her first film, like real film. You know, she's just so good at everything she does. She's so entertaining. Finally, in the final segment, Crawler, my favorite part about this segment, and I teased Dylan about it a little bit on Twitter, because there's some shit that happens. I'm not going to give away what, because I want you to go see it for yourself. But one thing I will say is she gets to kick some fucking ass. And I'm talking before the horror shit goes down. She's got this piece of shit boyfriend or husband or whatever he is, and he's an asshole, and she whoops his fucking ass. And it was badass to see Dylan whooping some ass. I fucking loved it. Guys, I really enjoyed this anthology. If you're not into low budget horror, if you're not into touch sheet stuff, you're in the wrong fucking place. Alright? Just flat out. I'm telling you right now, if all you like is that mainstream horror shit, which believe me, I love mainstream horror as much as the next guy. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I want y'all to remember one thing. All of those films, all those franchises you love, started out as independent horror films. Most of them with very low budgets and no-name actors. They may be household names now, but when they came out, they sure as fuck weren't. Give some props to these people trying to do their best. They put passion, they put love, and they put heart into these projects. Give them some props, show them some love, show Wild Eye some love. Thank you, Wild Eye, for sending me this. And Dylan, after watching this, I think it may be time for another interview. This is Bronco Juggalo saying I hope everybody has enjoyed Wild Eye Week. Congratulations to the winners of the prizes from last night. I don't know who you are because I'm filming this in advance. But Bronco Juggalo's got some shit going on. I'm going to hopefully be coming to you guys soon with some new locations, a new kind of setup, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This Wild Eye Week has been a blast. I want to thank, of course, Wild Eye Releasing. You are what it's all about. You're the reason we're doing this. We love independent horror. You give these independent horror makers a platform, and we thank you for that. I want to thank everybody who has done a Wild Eye Week review. I'm going to try to name everybody here, but I may forget some people. So starting off, of course, with my Super Slash Brothers, Horrific Nightmares JM, The Horror Man, Dave Maggot, Hobbs Horror, Horror of Spice, The Q's Reviews, Wild Eye Guy 85, Theodore Collard, Mrs. Boomstick, Mr. Bones, The Horror Miser Monty G, Andy's Entertainment Corner, and I know I'm missing one more. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Did I say Horror of Spice? Horror of Spice if I'm missing. If it wasn't them. Did I miss anybody? I know I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Help me! I can't remember. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. It's been a blast. This is Bronco Juggalo saying peace.
Y'all gonna need your lighters for this one, y'all. Put them up. Cruise. I grip the small town stage. Come alive while the music plays. And I'ma let this dream take me anywhere.